Hey guys, it's Ken and Kale from McCann Professional Dog Trainers, and this is another episode of our Dog Walk and Training Talk series. We wired up Slice with a camera, Slice, our 14-year-old Border Collie, with a camera on her back. So I'll put the footage from that in one corner of the screen as we sort of walk and talk about different aspects of training today. So the one thing we wanted to talk about today was your energy or your attitude while you're training and how it can impact your dog. And I'll let Kale sort of open the discussion on that.
Yeah, I actually can just start off by just using myself as an example. I have to train quite often. I'm a very competitive agility handler and trainer, and requires training on a regular basis. But I also teach and coach a lot, which means I spend many hours teaching and coaching other people. And there's lots of times at the end of a night where I've exhausted all of my energy helping others, which is always fun though, by the way, that when it comes time to train my own dogs, I don't always have a lot of energy. And I've really learned over the years that if I'm not 100% into it, I often don't have the best training session that I possibly have. So there's lots of times where I'll try to spend some time with my dogs in other ways where we can still build our relationship, we can still get something out of our training session, but maybe the exercise that we do doesn't require so much from me mentally. So rather than going in and training courses and getting down to the nitty-gritty, I might, do 10 minutes of tricks or throw a ball or do something that's really easy for my mind, yet my dog still has a blast. We're still doing something together and we're still building our relationship.
For sure, I think that's a great point. And remember that dogs don't have the luxury of using words for communication. So they're really, really sensitive to subtle changes in our body language. And they can pick up on, when we're a little bit stressed or a little bit frustrated or anything like that. So they'll pick up on that before most humans will. Keep that in mind because, it'll really change how your training goes, and it'll really change how much you enjoy your training, which is something that we really want to stress, that training is fun, and seeing success is ultimately your goal, and you're more likely to be successful if you're really enjoying it.
I feel like there's like two sides to the story here, because there could be some times where you're feeling stressed or you've had a bad day at work and maybe you have to get in the car and go to dog training class and you think to yourself, gosh, this is either going to go well or it's not. And there's some times where, just spending a little time with your dog and doing something fun can actually turn your day around. They're great little animals for making us feel better. So depending on what your goal is for the day for your training session, whether you're just a person working on your dog's pet skills, just basics, or maybe you're a agility competitor or a dog sport competitor, maybe you're doing something a bit more intense, you need to decide whether that training session is going to change your attitude for the good, or whether it's not in your best interest or your mind to be training at that point, because I think it can go both directions, which is why you need to be aware of your emotions and your dog's emotions and attitude at all times.
Yeah, it's a great point. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'm going to wrap up by saying you can subscribe if you click the little heart dog in the lower right corner of the screen. If you would like to check out our Dog Walk and Training Talk playlist, I will put a link right here somewhere, if you can see that. It's hard knowing where exactly I'm pointing with the GoPro. But somewhere up to this side of my head, I'll put a link to the Dog Walk and Training Talk playlist so that you can check some more of these out. And from Kale McCann and Hippie Shake the Toy Poodle and myself, thanks for watching and happy training. Bye for now.